I don't even know where I'm going. I don't even know where I'm going, but shit, we're gonna go somewhere. I like this shit. Like, y'all. Niggas wanna be like me. I love to be like something going on, and I'm home for the street light. Money on the phone, green guys, how to make it home. Be like. Yeah, y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Y'all already know what it is. Come in, jump in the comments. Let me know you're in the building. Smash on the like button. Yeah, we definitely gonna get it today. Yeah, it's going down. We definitely gonna get it today.
Connected.
Yeah. So like I said, y'all come in the building. Join in, join in.
Connected.
Go ahead and play this little song for y'all. Hold on. I don't even know where I'm going right now. Shit, we're gonna go somewhere. I like this shit up. Yeah. Niggas wanna be like me. I live a sweet life. Something going on, and I'm home before. No music. Money on the phone. Love them little green guys. Thought I make it home. I'm like, what it be like? Playing in the field, be cautious. If it's hoes in the game, we cautious. Niggas leave it, can see we out. And I really don't speak that often. When they do, these niggas flip like dolphins. Try to block my play and I toss it. Yeah, beat your loss. Yeah, play like Charles. Hard or soft. The order too large, yeah, shit in a coffin. When you got shit, yeah, niggas start stalking. Then they get hit, then the niggas start coughing. What the fuck are you telling me this is all legal? There will be no felony. Niggas get jealous, so jealousy come in the picture when niggas start talking and look at you. Yeah. What's happening with it? What's happening with it? What it do? Like I said, y'all come in, smash on the like button. Let me know you in the building. And yeah, we definitely gonna chop it up. We definitely gonna talk today. You know, we here. We finally here, y'all. This is what y'all wanted. This is what I wanted. This is what everybody wanted. We finally here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more waiting. We ain't no more debating. All we got to talk about is who win the fight. Let's go. That's all we got to talk about. Yeah, you know. Niggas wanna be like me, niggas wanna be around me. Move from G to a G like me, walk through the club like me. I don't even need ID, they already know who I be. Million on the phone like me, getting out of the mud like me, blowing on the bud like me, getting out love like me. Call it late night free, I'm on a late night creep. I know Pablo, people know Chapo, get it from a capo, shipping in the cargo, never on the gram like Rollo. They'll lay you out like Charlo. I done woke up like this, I done pulled up like this, yelling down look like piss, coming down clean like this, Rolex on my wrist. All right, let's go. Who in the building? Yeah, it's man down strap season, everybody. We ready. It's man down strap season. You know, and shout out what's happening with it, Ricky Williams. Let's see who in the building. Let's see who we got in the building. We're gonna start up the show. I'm finna drop some links. Johnny Q in the building. My man Sean T in the building. What's happening with it? Thrill TK Hill, what's happening with it? Brian Bradley, what it do? Kawhi Elliott, John Kramer, Tui Leak, what's happening? Bless Two Fish, DW, Young World, All Might, Ricky Williams, what he say? He said, make the fucking fight. That's all I want to hear. Yeah, well, we here, Ricky. Jay Hizzy, what's happening with it? Quee, what's going on with it? To the sis, Quee, Wayne Davis, Ferret, what's happening with it? The OG in the building. Bruce Gas, Karma Serene, what's going on with it, Queen? Dre Ball 901. Nah, that ain't Memphis. That's Arkansas in your ear. But you know, we right there. Memphis and Arkansas, we right next to each other. Brian Branch, Deshaun David, Aiden, what's happening with it? Soda Black, Blessed Two Fish, Todd Swindle. Yeah. So it's going down, y'all. We here, you know, the moment that everybody has been waiting for. I would say this fight really, really, really got pumped up when they met backstage. So we've been fiending like some drug addicts to see this fight go down, to really, really hear a final announcement for this fight ever since, what was that, 2018? Long time coming, y'all, long time coming. We done been through eyeball surgeries. We done been through car wrecks. We done been through rehab. We done been through everything. You know what I'm saying? We done been through all of it, but we finally here now. You know what I'm talking about? Tunnel vision, what's happening with it? He says, for a so-called broke company who doesn't do big fights, PBC should he said PBC should be shutting it down. He said PBC should is, I think he means Shoal is shutting it down. Blame Al Heyman. Yeah. Knockout, what's happening with it? Javon 1007 in the building. Yeah. This year, it's an epic year of boxing. I don't think we never seen nothing like this. Let me see. Lucian, what's happening with it? Macadose, Mac of the South in the building. What it do? The Queen, Nick J, what's happening with it? Yeah. So like I said, I'm finna, what I'm about to do right now is I'm gonna open up the panel. We ain't gonna waste no time today, you know. We ain't gonna waste no time. I'm gonna open up the panel and I'm gonna tell you, before you get up here, if I don't know who you are, you gotta turn your camera on in the background. And then second of all, we ain't gonna have nobody coming up here hogging up all the airwaves. You know, if you cook, you got like 2 minutes to cook and then pass it on, then we can just keep going in rotation. Cause I'm not finna be on here with you niggas for no 6 and 7 hours doing no live stream. It ain't happening. But yeah, Ricky, happy birthday, Ricky. Happy birthday. Ricky hitting, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, Ricky Williams just turned 26. So happy birthday. Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Did I post the link? Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna pin the link. Pin the link in the chat. Uppercuts, what's happening with it? And salute to everybody. Salute to everybody that helped, you know what I'm saying, build this fight up. You know, Uppercuts Boxing Nation, you know what I'm saying, out there in the field helping, you know, and he got a page on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube. My bad. Not on YouTube. He got a page on goddamn Facebook. On Facebook, you know. Salute to myself and Money Brown TV. You feel me? We've been helping building this fight for years and years, you know, doing debates with Terence Crawford and his whole team and things like that. Salute to my man Kwame Brown. That's in the background. I'm about to add him in, you know, doing debates with Terence Crawford and his whole team on his panel and just everybody that helped, you know, build this fight up. And you know, we here now. Yeah, I knew it was Facebook. I just, you know, hey, I don't never hardly be on Facebook, so it come to my head like that. Yeah.
That was me.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, it was good with you, man.
Okay, yeah, man. What's happening with it? My man, Let me see. DW says there's a new way to cook ribs. Find out July 29th, Showtime pay-per-view. Chef ESJ will show us his it jumped on me. Let me pull it back down. He said Chef ESJ will show us his expertise in minced ribs. You dig? You dig? But you know, hey, they got to fight. Y'all already know who I got. It ain't changed. It ain't gonna change. But hey, we got a fight on our hands. You know what I'm talking about? Like EJ, like he said, it might be a one-sided ass beating. It could be a classic. We gonna see. But man, I'm excited about this fight. I told y'all that honestly, I wasn't really tripping about it no more. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really tripping about it. I got sick of all of the it's happening, it ain't happening. I got sick of all of that, right? I got just sick of hearing about the fight. Just, you know, it was playing with my emotions. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. That shit was playing with my emotions. And after a while, I was like, man, F that fight. I'm not tripping. If they make it, they make it. They don't, they don't. But today, you know what I'm saying? I seen what Crawford posted. I reported on it and everything. But today, when I saw EJ come out and make it official, and then right after that, I seen Terence Crawford put out a video making it official. Some just, you know what I'm saying, just went through my soul, and the excitement came back. And it came back real fast. Immediately, the excitement came back like I was in 2019 or 2020 again. And man, I'm excited. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a kid on Christmas morning, even though I don't celebrate Christmas no more. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. I feel like I was as a kid on Christmas morning. But yeah, I was hella excited. And yeah, man, how did Cortez, man, how did you feel when you heard the news? And like I said, I don't want to have to cut nobody off. I'm gonna let everybody cook, including myself. We're gonna go for 2-3 minutes and then pass it to the next. Cortez, how did you feel when you heard the news? Cortez. Okay. Kwame, man, how you felt when you heard the news?
Man, it was exciting, man. I was talking. I knew it was I knew it was official yesterday because I was talking shit to Travion. He was going back and forth about it. But it was just good to see it reinforced today. I'm excited, man. I mean, you already know how deep I was into this shit for years. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I probably had the strongest Facebook uh Crawford Spence page ever. You know, until it got shut down. So I can't wait to see it, man. I can't wait to see it. It's two great fighters. This is a great year for boxing. Devin Loma. Now this fight is coming. I'm hearing Joshua and Wilder might be at the end of the year. So man, I'm just excited to see it, man. And the boxing fans are winning.
Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. Let me go back to Cortez and see what he's saying. Hey, Cortez.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. How you feel? What feeling did you have, man, when you heard this the fight being officially announced by EJ and his team and Bud and his team? Hey, you got a
Man,
lot
I
of
ain't been.
noise. You have to go back out and come
Hold on,
in.
I'm just gonna pull over.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Can you hear now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm in these trucks. You know that's what I do. But
All right,
yeah, I've been waiting like we need to exhale to hear this, man, because now all the people who've been screaming that buzz stuff, I want to see where they same energy gonna be at. I just don't think that it's gonna be the same. They was kind of hoping that this never would happen. Now it's done. Now the bluff done been called. Now they got to be nailed to a cross when the sun up on vampire status. But I want to know what the undercard gonna look like, and will Keith Thurman go ahead on and relegate his pride and go ahead on and fight Boots on that undercard?
that ain't happening, but I mean, we'll keep thinking. But yeah, man, we sound like you excited as hell too. As far as the undercard, we already know that Esau Pitbull Cruz is fighting some I forgot his name, but undercard from right now, it ain't nothing to be excited about. You
Right.
dig? But I'm gonna pass it to money. I'm gonna pass it to money. Money Brown. And if you ain't talking, put your mic on the mute.
Can you hear me, Key?
Yeah, I can hear you.
First of all, I'm gonna say, I normally don't do this, jump on people panels like this and shit. So, this is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, y'all respect it because I don't do this normally. You know what I mean? But I mean, man, it's a hell of a feeling, bro. Like in all reality, it's a hell of a feeling, bro. This is the fight. Like this is the fight. It was the fight. It was always going to be the fight. Like this, the fight that everybody wanted, man. On top of when Wilder and Joshua was getting put together and shit like that, everywhere you look, people could not say Errol Spence Terence Crawford. It don't matter. The three biggest fights in boxing that people want to see, Errol Spence Terence Crawford came out of everybody's mouth. It don't matter what gym you went to. It don't matter what country you went to. When they was in Germany, bro, I swear to God, it was a weak ass card going down. And I'm not saying weak. I'm sorry. It was a boxing event going down in Germany, right? And they asked them people like, what fights do they want to see? Even the German people, these Germans, you know what I mean? And it was like a few other ethnicities that was on the card, but it was mainly Germans. And they say Errol Spence Terence Crawford in all type of different languages. So that just show you the magnitude of this fight, bro. And for them to sit down as man and talk on the phone with one another the way they did, knowing they fit to try to fuck each other up. I say they both two different type of animals, bro. But to sit down and say, you know what, man, this is what the fans like. When you read Errol Spence post, we giving the fans what they want. You know what I'm saying? We giving the fans, and that's what Errol Spence always been built on. That's what we've been telling people, right? He come and get the people what they want, bro. And you got to salute it. You know what I'm saying? And salute the Terence Boy Crawford for, you know what I'm saying, turning that corner and understanding that, yeah, this is my money fight. I wouldn't have stole some money over here, but right now, let me go get this money now, because if I'm 35 heading on up there, it ain't gonna be too many of these fights out there for me if Errol Spence leave 147. So yeah, it's a beautiful feeling, and it's a beautiful day for boxing, bro.
Yes, sir. TZ, man, I see you in the background. I know you're excited. I can see the grin on your face. Man, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Man, this is the fight. This is the fight. We talking Ali Frazier. We talking Pacquiao, Floyd. We talking the biggest fights. This is the fight. It like I feel like it should have been happened, but timing is everything. You know what I'm saying? This came out of nowhere. Like you, I gave up on it too. You know what I'm saying? I gave up. I'm like, man, it's just too much politics in boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but somehow, like the man just said, they as men they talk and they gonna make it happen for the fans. And I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited like when I first heard it. I cannot wait. This is boxing, man. This is the mega fight. This is the fight that everybody been wanting to see. They finally giving it to us, and I'ma say it like I've been saying it since day one. Crawford is the victorious winner. That's the end of that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to both of them, man. Both of them great, man. But I'm Team Crawford over here, man. I'm loving it. I can't wait to talk my shit all day, all week, all month until July. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking shit all day. But yeah, we got what we want, man.
Yeah, man. That's the good thing about it. I'm glad that you're going for Crawford, because it looked like everybody else up here picking EJ, but I want it to be diverse. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna get to breaking down the fight and talking about why you picking, who you picking. But one thing I don't want to do, and I'm not going to do, I don't know how often I'm going to do live streams. You know what I'm talking about? But I know that my man Kwame, he probably going to come back and do a bunch of live streams. I know that Money Brown going to be cooking on this shit, building the fight, hyping the fight, all that. My man Mark Nash that just jumped in the building, I know he going to be doing live streams. But as for me, when I do live streams, I don't know when I will, but when I do, I'm not finna argue about nothing that happened in 2018 and who was ducking who and all of that shit's been overcooked. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to talk about none of that shit no more, because the fight is here now. And I said that shit last time. So I gotta put your mic on mute because you got a lot of noise in the background. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care who was ducking who and none of that. That's That's water under the bridge now because we just happy that we got to fight. Now, me personally, I want to talk about who gonna win the fight and all of that. We could put in their resumes and whatever it is, but all that ducking shit and Bob Arum and who duck who and yeah, I'm we didn't overcooked on that shit. It ain't really nothing else to be said when it come to that. You feel me? So we here now. We here. But yeah, I mean, shit. Whoever want to cook, man, we cooking. You know.
Hey, let me cook quick. Let me cook really quick. Look, I feel like when it comes to boxing, boxing is more technical and more skillful than a lot of people think. You know what I'm saying? I love EJ. I love his game plan. He a smart fighter. He a power puncher. You know what I'm saying? I love what he do in the ring. He got good IQ. But at some point, skill and technicality of boxing gonna have to kick in, and that, I believe that's what's gonna take over the fight. IQ, smartness, and skill gonna take over the fight. Because if we just looking, if we're looking for somebody to get knocked out, I really don't. I really don't think it's gonna be a knockout. I think they're both too smart for it to be a knockout. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going all 12 rounds. I think that Terrence Bud Crawford is gonna do what he do, man. Outskill him, outsmart him. But EJ do got to tell because EJ is the more powerful puncher. Spence is the more powerful puncher, and who knows? One of them punches just might hurt Crawford. One of them punches just might get to him, slow him down. And, Spence get to walking him down, and it'd be like another Ugas. You know what I'm saying? So I just be like, the smarter fighter gonna win this fight, hands down. Both of them got to keep their head in the fight. You know what I'm saying? And the smarter fighter gonna win this fight, man. That's how I feel. Y'all got it.
I ain't got no problem with that, man. Like I said, everybody's opinion is welcome. And salute to the Queen Cassandra Mason. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? If you in the building, you ain't hit the like button yet, smash on the like button. It don't cost you nothing. It's free. But like I said, everybody gonna have different opinions on this fight. And I like that breakdown that you just gave. It's gonna come down to who has the better game plan. It's going to come down to who has the better trainer in their corner. It's going to come down to who has the better IQ. It's going to come down to a lot of things. It could be one-sided, but I'm going to tell y'all like this, right? When that bell rings, when they walk into the ring, can't nobody, I don't give a fuck if you're going for Bud or Errol Spence, right? Whoever you going for, your heart going to be beating because you're going to be nervous. This is why we want to see fights like this. I've been to huge fights like this, and you get to get nervous no matter who you think gonna win the fight. Because when they step in the ring, okay, it's like, okay, damn, we here now. Anything can happen in boxing. Like anything can happen in boxing. Sometimes fights go totally different than what you thought they was gonna go like. And if you're a boxing fan, you know that once that bell rings. So, you got a whole lot of emotions going through your body. So people coming on here saying, oh, man, EJ, man down, knocking this motherfucking ass out. Or Terence Crawford, man, Terence Crawford knocking EJ out or whatever. You could be saying that. But once that bell ring, them nerves is going to come out of you. So, that's just how I feel. Like I said, if anybody want to come next and break the fight down, and then I give my breakdown, y'all cook. It's open.
I'll go real quick. You guys already know what time it is with me. It's Team Spence all day. My breakdown of the fight. I truly believe the fight is gonna go very similar to the Kell Brook fight. Terrence Crawford has a lot of boxing skills. I think he's gonna have some success with some things. But I think over the duration of the beginning of the fight with the activity, because no matter what you say, when people try to say, "Oh, Earl Spence fights one way," he doesn't fight one way. He normally fights at a certain pace, and I think the activity and the pace is Terrence Crawford's a guy coming from 135 to 140 to 147. He's biologically a smaller guy, and also certain things I saw in even in his last fight and the Sean Porter fight, it had even given me more confidence about the way the fight was going to go watching those fights. Um, Last fight against Ivan Sneezing, as you call him, Paulie Malignaggi, if you listen to the commentary, because I didn't watch the fight, but then I watched some of it on YouTube, and we saw Avocado getting on the inside, and Paulie was saying during the commentating of that fight, he kept saying, "Oh man, he can't do this against Spence. Spence will be able to get inside. He's going to be able to get inside, and the true factor is going to be if Crawford catches Spence with a shot, a clean shot." In between punches, because Spence does get hit in between punches. If Spence does not get hurt, Crawford is going to get fucked up bad. He's gonna get fucked up. Point blank. Period. And then also, as you said, Keon, coaching is another huge thing. Derek James to me is a far superior coach than Bomac. It's nothing personal. It's just that it just seems that those two guys are on the same page, so to speak. Where Terence Crawford's natural ability and intelligence when he fights, he kind of to me makes those adjustments on his own, and they don't really have to tell him much. Even if you watch the Sean Porter fight and they got to that last round, Bomac told him you're down. He didn't give him any instruction on what to do. They almost never give him any real instruction. It's a lot. It's mainly on Terence Crawford, and it shows with Bomac's other fighters. So I have Errol Spence winning. I think it's going to come down to durability. I also believe it's going to come down to Errol Spence is going to make him fight. He's going to make him fight, and we all know Terence Crawford. When he gets hit, he wants to. It's just an instinct in him that takes over to where he's going to want to fight, and they're going to get dragged into a street fight. And I just feel like Errol Spence is just more durable than him. He's proven to have a better chin. And I think the work rate is going to work him down. And at the end of it all, I believe it's going to get stopped by the ref. 10th
Okay,
round.
okay, man. Great breakdown. So we didn't have two different breakdowns. My man, money. You gonna go and then I'm gonna get mine. Go ahead, money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, it's a hell of a fight, bro. Stylistic, like on paper, it's a perfect matchup for both. Like we know Terence Crawford, like one may say, he get hit, he want to get his lick back, and it never fails. It don't matter who it is. And we know Earl go hit his ass, but we know Earl go push the pace. And like I always say, Errol Spence is built for punishment. Like his body and himself, like he's built for punishment. So he know when the tough get going, he know that we come to fight, we come to dog this shit out. Terence Crawford, his body is built for punishment. We haven't seen him end up with somebody like a Errol Spence, but he's going that motherfucking dog it out and he want to fight. So people always talking about that switching up and all that shit. I always tell you, man, when you got Terence Crawford go fight Southpaw, and you ain't gonna out Southpaw Errol Spence. You ain't. You just not. You feel me? I just think Errol Spence is the more natural Southpaw. I think he know how to get off first. I think he know how to keep the pace going at the pace that he like to fight at. And Terence Crawford's gonna have to try to make them adjustments. But Errol Spence ain't the fighter that you go adjust to and discourage him. You can't discourage him, bro, because you're gonna have to fight that motherfucker one way, the way he go fight your ass. So it's gonna be a dog. I feel like from the sixth on up. I think that the first 6 rounds, both of them gonna be trying to fill each other out a little bit. I don't even think the first 6 rounds. I'm saying the first 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? We know Turnbull Crawford, he's a slow starter, but I don't know if he want to start slow in this fight. I think he's gonna try to come out and set a presence straight forward. You know what I mean? And all that trying to come righty, then switch to lefty. Errol Spence don't give a fuck about none of that. He don't. You know what I'm saying? So all that shit with people talking about he's a switch hitter and he can do this and he can do that, man. Errol Spence is too fundamentally sound for any of that shit to fuck with him. You feel me? So he know how to fight a righty, he know how to fight a lefty. You know what I mean? And once Terence Crawford turned lefty, it's dog time. That's it. You know what I mean? It's dog time. And I can always go back to Nonito Donaire. Even though they fuck with Crawford and they pulling for Crawford to win, but Nonito, when he broke down Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao, he said it ain't no room for angles for real. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you go take an angle that's gonna discourage the other lefty, right? And Terence Crawford is his best at lefty. So if he turn righty, Errol Spence gonna have the edge as a southpaw. You understand what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a hell of a fight, bro, that we all gonna enjoy. I feel like my man's though, I really don't see a stoppage. Like I'm dead ass serious. I don't see a stoppage, bro. I see a 12-round dogged out ass fight. That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna live up to the hype because they both get it. Both of them, like Terence Crawford, know that the people want to fight. Errol Spence know that the people want to fight. You know what I'm saying? And they know how to entertain and they know how to finish. Both of them know how to finish. So if either or get hurt, both of them motherfuckers can go down. Like, I'm just being realistic. You know what I mean? I got EJ winning this bitch. I always had a 50-50 fight that I thought Earl was going to dog it out and get the win because I feel like he got more dog in him. But one thing that I'm afraid of is when they punch with each other. You feel me? And I always said Terence Crawford know how to get there first. You know what I mean? Always when you see him in fights and once he punching with people, he just got a way of figuring out how to stay in your chest, bro. And he know how to get there first and he catch motherfuckers. And that's when he start doing his damage. So, man, it's gonna be a hell of a fight, bro, that we all gonna enjoy. Either way it go, I'm team EJ, you know what I'm saying, to the end. But I think this shit is really, really going to live up to the hype. And both of these dudes want to make a statement, bro. So it's gonna be a hell of a fight. But like Earl said, man, you might think it'd be one way on paper, and he just might go in that motherfucker and wash Crawford ass. So we gotta wait and see. But if you ask me, I feel like it's gonna be one hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? That we gonna enjoy. It's gonna be give and take. But I think Earl and them championship rounds go dog that shit, and he gonna pull it out on the courts. But that's my thoughts.
Okay, no doubt. Now, with this fight, right? You got a lot of aspects to this fight. One big key to this fight that's gonna be a big question, and we ain't gonna know until fight night, is Errol Spence will be coming in off another almost 16-month layoff. Now, that affect most fighters, I would say 97% of fighters that affects. But then you get those slim fighters that it does not affect. I think it depends on, right? Have you been in the gym the whole time training? Have you been staying in shape? Because a lot of fighters, what happens is they take long layoffs for one reason or another, and they sitting around. They not going to the gym. They're not staying sharp. They're not training. But then you got other fighters like a Andre Ward, a Floyd Mayweather, a Sugar Ray Leonard back in the day. They still stand in the gym. They still stand in shape. They still going through the emotions as a training camp. They just not going all the way full in like they would be if they were in training camp. And for the people that's going to have those questions, because I asked myself that question, right? Is EJ going to be rusty? But I think the answer to that.
Can I say something on that real quick?
Hold on. Let me finish cooking. And then I'll go to you. I think the answer to that, hold on. Oh, shit. Hold on real quick. Let me plug this battery in. Okay. I think the answer to that, right, is I don't think it's going to affect him. I really don't think it's going to affect him because he has been staying in shape. For y'all that don't know, EJ been in the gym for everybody that's talking about, oh man, he ain't been training. He was sitting on his ass. He wouldn't know. EJ been training the whole time. He's been training the whole time. He's been in the gym. He's been staying in shape. So I don't think that's going to affect him. The only thing that he didn't do is go through a full all-out training camp like Terence Crawford did and have a fight. Other than that, he been staying sharp and he been training. So I don't think it's going to affect him. And like he told y'all, it's not going to affect him. And he's confident that it's not going to affect him because he know that he been staying in shape and that he's been training. So with that out of the window, as far as the fight, they both going to go in. They both going to be in tip-top condition. And this is how I see the fight playing out, right? A lot of people think, oh, man, Crawford going to outbox Spence. Well, the thing is Spence makes you fight his fight. You know what I'm talking about? He smothers you, he walks you down, and he overwhelms you with activity. And he's not only hitting you with hard-ass head shots, he's hitting you with devastating body shots, right, the whole time. Terence Crawford, he might have some success, during the first half of the fight. But Errol Spence is going to stay on his ass. And Terence Crawford, to me, is not going to be able to keep up with his work rate. You don't see Bud using his movement like he used to. Bud is going to stand there and he's going to try to make it a dog fight. That's just what it's going to be. Once that game plan goes out the window, Bud is going to try to make it a dogfight. Bud is not going to have a chance to, okay, I'm in the ring with somebody that I know that I'm much more superior than, right? Because it ain't that case for the first time in his career. Everybody that he's been in the ring with, he's on a whole different level than them. But this is not the case this time. And he's not going to have time to download and figure shit out. Because EJ is coming in there and he on his ass. You know what I'm saying? And then EJ, he builds up steam as the fight goes on and on and on. He gets stronger. Bud ain't never been in the ring with nobody near that. Now, so I think he's just going to overwhelm him with activity. Also, I don't think that Terence Crawford's resume prepared him to be in the ring with somebody that has the skills of EJ. Now, when you talk about boxing skills in that, right? I think that Terence Crawford has the better offensive arsenal. I do. I think that Terence Crawford, you know what I'm saying, as far as range and offensive arsenal, the punches that he throws, like Money said, you know, when Bud Crawford can punch with you, right? He gonna get off first. And so I think that he does have the better offensive arsenal. But what EJ has, EJ is way more fundamentally sound than Bud. I don't think that Bud has good defense, especially against southpaws. And like Money said, he's not going to be able to out southpaw a southpaw. I think Bud's best chance of winning this fight is to be able to catch Errol Spence slipping, right? Catch Errol Spence slipping, hit him with some shit that he don't see in between his punches, you know, somewhere in the first half of the fight. Because once the fight starts getting late in the fight, but he think he do, but it ain't nowhere to, it is no way for him to prepare for the amount of pressure and the amount of volume that EJ is going to bring. And then he's slowing you down also, while he's not slowing down at all because he's steady going to the body. And he has a great jab. And one of Terence Crawford's problems, y'all seen it, is defending the jab, right? He has problems with fighters that have a great jab. He also has problems with pressure fighters. East Kavalaskis was a pressure fighter. Now, he was on a whole different level than Kavalaskis. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, to me, when I think that we're gonna get I think we're gonna get the EJ that we seen in the Ugas fight, but an even better version. And yeah, I don't see Terence Crawford winning this fight. Does he have a chance to win the fight? Yeah. I think, you know, I'm not finna sit up here and say, oh man, I'm just giving y'all what I think the fight is gonna play out like, right? I'm not telling you like some of y'all, oh man, I don't know what's gonna happen. That's why we all want to watch this fight. Because if we knew the fight was gonna happen, I don't think it'd be that, you know what I'm saying, intriguing. You know what I'm saying? What you want to watch a fight for that you already know that's going to happen. But this is the fight. I think this fight will do huge pay-per-view numbers. But, man, go ahead and chime in. I know you said you wanted to jump in and say something. Teasy, you cutting out.
You cutting out. You might.
Yeah, you need to go back out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you got an echo.
Oh, okay. I go back down to me.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say is I like that breakdown, Keith. You know what I'm saying? I like what you said, and like you say, we don't know. Nobody know what's gonna happen in this damn fight, and that's why it's the fight. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of these dudes lost. Neither one of these dudes don't know what it feels like to take an L. You know what I mean? So they both on their shit. Terence Crawford gonna be on his shit. You feel me? I'm not gonna be in this motherfucker one of them dudes that's downgrading Terence Crawford like a lot of motherfuckers do, downgrade him and make it like the motherfucker can't fight. That motherfucker can fight. He can fight to the point where Errol Spence telling you that he can fight. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Errol Spence respect his skill set. And Errol Spence been a Terence Crawford fan since he was at 140 pounds. I know because I've been around watching every bit of it. You know what I'm saying? But like EJ said, this shit can be a one-sided fight once I get his ass in the ring. and he don't pan out to be what he is, because that nigga confidence is through the roof. His confidence always been through the roof. He's one of them type of dude. Hey, put your thing on mute real fast.
Yeah, can I say something? Can you hear me?
Yeah, put it on mute real fast. Your shit loud as hell.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you jump in after money get done right now, and I'm gonna go back to you.
You know, but Errol Spence confidence is through the roof, and he know what he built of, bro. Like when I'm telling, and I know people gonna say it's just Spawn and it's this and it's that, but Errol Spence Spawn stories are different than a lot of other people's Spawn stories. The shit that he did to Adrian Broner, to Floyd Mayweather, even Clarissa Shields. That Errol Spence, she sounded like motherfucking K. Michelle when she was talking about Memphis whooping her ass. Errol Spence beat my ass in Spawn. You know what I mean?
I forgot about that shit.
Hey, I'm just keeping it real. He don't play no games, bro. If you get into the ring with that man, he whooped Brian Costa ass. You see what he said? Shut up. He a grown man. He can take it. Like, once you get in that ring with him, he stopped playing with you. Look what he did to Lamar Peterson. They was homeboys. He don't give a fuck once you on the side of him. You feel me? You trying to hurt me, take food off my kid's plate, and try to destroy my legacy. I'm not letting it go, bro. And I like that determination and that tenacity that he got, bro. And like the one old head said, and he's a coach. He said Errol Spence a massager, baby. He said, I like Terence Crawford, but Errol Spence a massager. He gonna touch you everywhere. You feel me? He gonna touch you here. He gonna touch you there. He said, by the time you look up, you aching over here, you aching over there, like goddamn, you know what I mean? So I think Terence Crawford gonna figure that out, like goddamn, you know what I mean? And he gonna get credit what credit is due at the end, and he gonna give his best. But Errol Spence, his determination, bro, is different. It's different, bro. Like, understand, like, this dude stayed out the ring for over a year and some change for this fight. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm giving Terence Crawford credit for contributing and getting into the ring, but Errol Spence made this happen. He made it happen. He could have made 154. He could have fought Keith Thurman. Could have did every other situation, but he made it happen. He made it happen for a reason, because he's chasing his goal and his dream to be undisputed. And I don't think Terence Crawford gonna stop him for going out there and becoming undisputed. So it's gonna be a great one that we all gonna enjoy. But yeah, Errol Spence coming out victorious in this one.
BF, what's happening with it? What it do, BF? And everybody in the building. A1 who's on? I see you in the building. True Native, what it do? Aiden, what's happening with it? Everybody in the building, make sure that you smash the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, smash the like button. I'm gonna take a quick moment out.
BF, what's going down, bro? What's going down? Y'all, what's going down, chat?
I'm gonna take a quick moment, real quick. You know what I'm saying? A commercial break to give somebody their flowers, man. Fred Barbershop Conversations, man. I'm just, you know, on YouTube and shit pop up. Let me read his last two videos. I'm gonna just read y'all the comment. I mean the titles of his last two videos. I thought the shit was, you know. I mean, I'm going to just read it to y'all. Fred wants to know, will the broke baby daddies give Blue Blood credit for making Spence versus Crawford? He said that so he want all of the broke baby daddies, you know, all of us broke baby daddies on YouTube to give Blue Blood all of the credit for making Spence versus Crawford. Fred Barbershop Conversations. Yeah. So you know, comedy hour. I'm a you know. And then Fred also wants to know, he says, baby daddy Errol Spence YouTubers almost cost Spence millions telling Bud to sign the contract. So he says all the baby daddy YouTubers almost cost the link gonna be up for as long as I do, you know, until I decide to shut down the show, A1. But he says that all the black baby daddies on YouTube almost cost Errol Spence millions telling Bud to sign the contract. Yeah. So we all need to go ahead and, you know, make sure that we give Blue Blood, right? He want all the baby daddies on here to give Blue Blood his props for making Spence versus Crawford happen. You know what I'm saying? He made it happen. So that's what Fred wants us to do.
Let me say this too, King. He the reason why all the shit that happened with Blue Blood. You know what I'm saying? Kiko give him flowers. I'm gonna give him a foot up the ass. You feel me? Like, man, if you don't sit your I'm mad because I fucked up my situation with PBC ass down somewhere. We had nothing but respect for Fred, man. But man, listen, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford made this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? That's who made this happen. What Crawford did was took everything from goddamn Blue Blood and BLK Prime and took off on their ass. That's what he did. And this is no disrespect to Blue Blood. That's exactly what Crawford did. He took every goddamn thing and took clean off on them people. The whole they had about 8 or 9 million to play with, and he took everything they had and then got them motherfuckers doing backyard wrestling again. So you need to be kicking Crawford up their ass for fucking Blue Blood and their situation up. But at the end of the day, man, listen, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford made this happen with PBC and Showtime. That's who get the credit.
Yeah, I just like I said, man, those videos popped up on my channel and shit, man. I just thought the shit was funny. I don't, man. Fred, go get help, man, for real. Go seek help. I don't know, something wrong with Fred. I thought it was funny though. I just wanted to switch up the show real quick. But back to the regularly scheduled program. Like Money said, money didn't make the motherfucking fight happen. Kwame, loyal to the game, didn't make the fight happen. Blue Blood didn't make the fight happen. The fight happened because Terence Crawford and Errol Spence signed the motherfucking contract. Al Heyman, you know what I'm saying? Like my man said, Al Heyman made the fight happen. I didn't go in the room and sit down and put a gun to Crawford's head and make him sign the contract, nor did Money. I didn't go in the room and put a gun to motherfucking Errol Spence's head and make him sign the contract. So none of us made the fight happen. Now, what we did do right here on YouTube is we helped build the fight. We did help build the fight up. All of us got a hand in that. You know what I'm saying? Money Brown, me, loyal to the game, BFTV, everybody that had a hand in building this fight. So, Blue Blood, all of us had a hand in building this fight. But yeah, Fred, he just, that man is sick in the head. But yeah, man, I'm excited.
To be a motherfucking multi-millionaire like he claimed to be, he worried about a whole lot of petty shit for it.
Right.
And no multi-millionaire, they got millions and millions of dollars worrying about no petty shit going on YouTube, bro.
To be worth, tens of millions of dollars, like he says, but you on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, making petty videos every day, bro. I ain't never heard of it before. I know if I was worth tens of millions of dollars, nigga, I wouldn't give a fuck about what y'all talking about on no YouTube.
You understand me?
And I'm just keeping it 100 for real. You think I'm what the fuck? Like for real. If anybody in here was worth tens of millions of dollars, would y'all be making motherfucking petty videos on YouTube, just making a goddamn complete fool of yourself every day?
All right. I'm about broke baby daddies. How you know motherfuckers broke baby daddies?
Hey man, Reggie Owens, man, y'all gotta go check out Reggie Owens. Reggie Owens be on his helmet for real.
He should be working on the Frederick Hawthorne estate, right?
Right. Like, come on, man. But
fuck out of
here. Yeah, so like Nick J said, we all applied pressure to make this fight happen, right? Because no matter what people like to say, call us YouTubers or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? We all applied the pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the fighters. We applied the pressure on the fighters, right? Letting them know that the fans want this fight. We ain't make nothing happen. Because the motherfuckers don't want to fight. They not gonna fight.
All right. And it's like when that fight broke off, bro. When that fight broke off and everybody thought that shit was going to be signed, sealed, and delivered, and we all was up in high praises and shit, Errol Spence didn't like that shit. And Terence Bud Crawford, he felt it, bro. He felt it. That's why he tried to come out with the, and like Keon say, and like I said on my Instagram post, we all know the history. You know what I'm saying? We go stick to the now that we got this fight. We go get it. We go get a fight the credit that it deserved, and we go praise it and get off the bullshit of what it could have been and what happened back then and all that shit. But I just feel like Crawford felt the pressure from the people. You know what I mean? You gotta go get your money regardless. You got to feed your family. But I think he came back around like, okay, I know I fucked up the first time, right? I gave you what I asked for. I didn't have no understanding. I think them phone calls was Errol Spence explaining to his ass like, man, look, this how PBC work, man. This how the money come in, bro. The money is real. You know what I'm saying? You go get the money. You know what I'm saying? So with them talking about, oh man, they both getting 10 million guaranteed now, this, that, and the third, bro. They was gonna make that money regardless, man. That fight was gonna pop to where that money was coming. It was coming. So now that you got 10 million up front guaranteed,
Who getting 10 million guaranteed? You
well,
heard that?
that's what is rumored. Earl and Bud supposed to get 10
Where
million
you, where you
guaranteed.
get that rumor at?
Well,
Big Dope.
that's the
Big
rumor.
Dope, turn your camera on real quick in the background so I know that's you.
Yeah, so that's on the on the articles. It's on the articles that I read. So, it's a they supposed to get 10. That's what it's rumored. They supposed
I
to get
can't
10
see you,
million
Big
guaranteed.
Dope.
So it's gonna come down like they're gonna get that shit regardless, in my opinion. Like the money on the back end of the first fight was still gonna be a big deal at the end of the day. But it doesn't matter, bro. We not getting none of their money. All we heard was that they was close to the fight. Terence Crawford said he agreed to everything. All we wanted was the fight. But like I said, that's all water under the bridge now. We got the fight now. So we we gonna talk about who go win, how they go win, and who you riding for. That's all that matters nowadays. We got this shit. It's going down July 29th, and it's gonna be one that we all gonna enjoy.
Yeah, man. And this shit is epic, right? Real talk. This is the real fight that everybody want to like. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we keep talking about that Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight. Did 1.3 million and all of that. But real talk, this is the fight this is the real fight. You know what I'm talking about? This is the real fight. And I really believe that this fight, I think it's gonna hit 1 million. I really do. Because I think that they're gonna promote the hell out this fight. We already seen yesterday it was already on Undisputed with Skip and Shannon. So yeah, man, this fight is going down. And then they announced it with a whole lot of time. And that's what I tried to tell people last time. Money, remember me telling you, right? Last time when everybody was like, it's gonna happen. I said it's not gonna happen because look at the time frame. They ain't got enough time to promote it like they want to. Remember when I was saying that? And I kept telling people it ain't gonna happen. And I told Money, I said, if it don't happen by such and such time, the fight ain't gonna happen. And it didn't happen because they need a long time to promote this fight. Okay, I got you, Big Dose. They need enough time to promote this fight. Now we got enough time. Look how much time we got. You know what I'm saying? We at the end of May, but we got all of June and we got basically all of July. So we got 2 months. We do got 2 months, a little over 2 months. So man, we here. Big Dose, what's happening with you?
What up, fam? What up, man? Hey, I caught your video earlier where you saying that you felt like you really weren't gonna be that happy for it, but it came right back. Hey, it's that way for me too, bro. But I always felt like I would be happy if it ever got announced. But I knew that other people, the feeling would come right back. We just was tired of the bull crap, man. We just wanted to see something solid, going on, man. Now we got that. Got the official announcement from Bud, and EJ. It's on, bro. It's on. Come in.
Yeah, man. Do y'all think, everybody on the panel, do y'all think that this fight is gonna garner attention from basically all ethnicities? Because, right, one thing that they were saying is that EJ and Bud share the same fan base. So a lot of people, like Eddie, a lot of people were saying that the numbers ain't gonna be that big. Maybe if they lucky 500,000 because they share the same fan base. How y'all feel about that?
I feel like this. They could promote this fight the right way, like they gonna promote this fight. Like I say, you couldn't walk into no gym, no matter what it next is was, and ask them what was the biggest 3 fights in boxing, and one of them don't say Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. So once that first press conference kick off, and the shit they go talk, because they finna talk some shit. With Bo Mack being there, Derrick James, Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, and the shit that's finna go down, everybody gonna be in tune in this fight because everybody know what Errol Spence is, and they know what Terence Crawford is. These 2 top pound for pound fighters. You know what I mean? 2 top pound for pound fighters. And everybody know what it is. Like I say, when we thought it was going to happen the first time, you seen everybody gearing up. So I think the audience that's going to be in Vegas it's gonna be just like the audience that Tank and Ryan brought out. They finna bring out everybody, stars, celebrity, baseball players, football players, and once they start promoting this shit and getting it on the road, you'll see how much fire is going to catch. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like everybody gonna be in tune to this fight. So yes, I think all the ethnicities go pay attention because this is the fight. If you talk one culture,
man, I just lost my train of thought because I had something. Damn, this I'll get back to it. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I was gonna say I'm interested to see like the press conferences and how the two teams interact with each other, because I know like I know that Terrence Crawford a lot of the time he like to push people. So I want to see if that's going to happen. I want to see how EJ
that
is going to
motherfucker ain't
react.
pushing Errol Spence. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see how that's gonna how they're gonna react. I know his team likes to talk a lot of shit. I know Dallas. You know, there's just so much like build up and bad blood. I would say outside of the two fighters, but the camps, like not like I would say more not just the camps, but the
Yeah,
teams, because the people in Dallas they ain't really part of Errol Spence's camp, but they'd be part of his team. You know like when Terrence Crawford showed up to Dallas to watch him fight Danny Garcia and how shit try to pop off in the stand. So I can't wait I'm interested to see that part of it too. Like how the interaction go between the teams, how the interaction go between Spence, because Spence he's not an instigator of shit talking, but he will talk. Like if Terrence
well,
Crawford say slick shit, he gonna start talking, and I can't wait to see all of that.
Kwame, what I was gonna say
I
is,
heard
hold on, money. What I was gonna say,
I heard Bernie wait for Kwame, Key.
uh,
Bernie
what,
wait for you, Kwame.
Oh, good for him.
uh, but no, it came back. What I was gonna say, right? What I was gonna say is that both of these fighters, they need to turn it up, right? They need to come out of their shell for this fight. Somebody got a lot of noise in the background. Yeah, yeah. So they need to come out of their shell for this fight because let's keep it 100. EJ, he will talk, but he don't talk enough to do no motherfucking Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia type of numbers or anywhere near close to that because that's what they're aiming for. As big as this fight is inside of the ring, as long as fans have been waiting for this fight, right? And what this fight can, has built up to be, they both need to turn it up. Because EJ, I'm gonna keep it 100. He don't talk enough. Terrence Crawford, he talks shit, but not enough for this stage. So both of them need to turn up the volume a whole lot. You know what I'm talking about? Not just making memes and going back and forth on social media. They need to do the social media. They need to do all of that. Like both of them really gonna need to turn up to make this fight do what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? To get the casual fans that really ain't talking about it no more, that really wasn't talking about it. Maybe the fans that's really not too familiar with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence like that, right? They're going to need to turn up, really, really turn up. And I think that if they do turn up, like I think they should, this fight could can go to a whole new level. It could do over 1 million pay-per-view buys. But for it to do that, they really gonna need to turn up. I don't want to see no friendly shit. Yeah, we know they respect each other. I don't want to see no friendly shit. I want to see them both turn up. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they got to do.
Hey, you know who I'm thinking about right now, Keon?
What's that?
Coach, man.
Oh yeah, man.
He wanted to see this fight so
And
bad.
rest in heaven to coach, man. Rest in heaven to coach.
Yeah, man. And
Listen, it's crazy because man, this year we get all the big fights, the fights that the fans have been talking about for years. We finally getting them.
yeah, man. And hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Until this fight was made, I woke up every day saying, man, please let me make it to the fight. Just let me make it to the fight. And after that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You feel
Right.
me? But now it's here, man. And I feel like they do need to turn up, but I feel this fight is already made. It's just everybody want to see it, bro. And if they turn up, I feel like you're right. They'll get even more. They'll get the casuals too on board. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Earl is gonna do some talking because I know he a little upset at what he had to sacrifice just to make it happen. Because I feel like he sacrificed more than Bud. If he giving them a 50-50 split all the way down the board, then he sacrificed more than Bud, bro. Because he know Bud is not. He didn't do enough to garner that, man. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got to give him his props, bro. Everybody got to give him his props for what he did for us and for his legacy. For real.
Yeah, man. Real talk. Yeah, man. Errol and see Easton, I see you in the back, but you got to turn your camera on. I'm not finna just let you. All right, bet. Had to make sure, I don't want nobody come in here, pulling their dang-a-lang out on the camera and shit. Motherfucker, you know how some of these fans get, they straight weirdos. But yeah, man. Nick J says, I bought a brand new pair of black forces for this fight a year ago. Spence by destruction. Yeah, what's happening with it, KG? I see you in the building. Sean T, what's happening with it? But man, it's it's some fallen soldiers, that I wish was still here. Kurt Sugar, my man Coach, my man Batman. It's hey, they're gonna be looking down on this fight for sure. They all gonna be looking down on this fight for sure, man. They ain't gonna miss the fight. They're gonna be looking down on the fight.
I'm trying to pop in for a second and say I salute all you fellas. Money Brown, bro. I watch your show every day. You too, bro. Keon, you the truth, bro. I watch all y'all shows. Y'all give great commentary. I'm a huge boxing fan, and I just want to say I think as far as the promotion go, I think Spence gonna stick to a level where he don't let Bud pull him out of his character. I don't think he gonna get too hyped because Spence more the type, he more confident in his skills. He gonna speak in the ring. He's saving it for the ring. But what I wanted to say is if anybody wanted to talk about it, or I was just thinking about it today at work. Like, if you really stop and think about it, Bud got to be accepting the same money he was offered a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me either he wasn't confident he could beat Spence, or he just in it for the money and he really didn't get that $10 million from David Amnesian.
No, well, he didn't get that. That's already been confirmed. He got like $4.5 million from that.
Right. So. And I feel like Spence camp knows that.
Well, money, I don't know how true this is. Like I said, because I didn't see it, but Money just said he saw reports that they was getting $10 million upfront guarantee.
I've been seeing that everywhere too.
You have? Where y'all seeing that at?
It's everywhere, bro. But if you think about it, they offered Bud came in wanting $15 million. They told him no. They offered him 10. They told him no. They offered him 8. He said no to that too. Then he turned around and made it seem like Spence camp was stalling. So he went and took the David Amnesian fight, saying that he was getting $10 million. But then a year later, it looked suspect. You willing to take the fight now? All of a sudden, for the same $10 million, you turned down.
What, my man? ESPN. My man said ESPN website. You know what, man? At this point, I don't really care. Real talk. I'm just glad that we get in the fight. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, me myself, right? That was a big factor before they signed the contracts to me, because that was one of the things holding up the fight. So
right.
I believe,
and I believe that. I'm past that. My thing is,
that's why. Hold on. I believe that's why we was talking about it so much. But at this point, I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care who making what. I don't give a fuck. Right. I'm just glad that we here and we gonna see the fight. So all I want to do now is knock on wood, make sure that both fighters get through training camp, 100% healthy, and we move on with the fight.
Right, I'm gonna give my analysis on what I think gonna happen in the fight. I'm past that too. I'm happy. Like, I jumped up at work today, like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at the end of the day, you can't knock Bud. He's a tremendous fighter. I just feel like at the end of the day, I think Spence gonna take him into deep waters and drown him. I agree with what you said. You said, I don't know, man. I respect Bud boxing skills, but I just feel like his career a little overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you go back to some of his championship fights, some of these dudes, I don't even know how they had a belt. But I mean, he gonna see against the big fish.
Yeah. John Norrie. I mean, the link is pinned in the chat. I think John Norrie, the link is pinned in the chat, bro. You ain't gotta be scared today.
Much
You know,
respect
I
to you
ain't got
guys,
on
though.
nobody helmet. I haven't got on nobody helmet. It was another cat up here earlier. He was, all for Bud. And like I said, man, you could hop up here and give your opinion today. Tomorrow might be different. You know what I'm saying? Next week, but you good today.
Well, much respect to you
Everybody's
guys,
opinion
man. I
is welcome.
appreciate you letting me on. Much respect to you. I appreciate you letting me on. I was just giving my assessment. I'm
For
gonna keep
sure.
watching your show, bro. Keep dropping them hits.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right, bro. You have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Ultraman, what's happening? And I'm gonna pull you up right now, John. Ultraman says, "What's up, Key? I'm excited for the fight. I got Spence by decision." Okay, man. Salute to you, man. Always one of the ones that do support the channel. I appreciate you. And everybody in the building, make sure that y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all hit the like button. It's free. It don't cost y'all nothing. But John, you just hopped on the panel, man. Give me your breakdown of the fight and who you got winning, and how do you feel knowing that the fight is really going down this time?
Salute ECB, salute panel chat. Man, feel good to know the fight really hit, man. Whew. I put my name on the line, man. I thought this shit was going down since February, man. I'm glad if they figured it out, man. I gotta give Errol some credit, man. I ain't really have that much faith in them guys over there, but he put his foot down. He made sure it happened. So at this point, it's who's the best man gonna win? Because I see them both as southpaws. I know Spence's been a little inactive recently. I'm not sure how he's gonna come in the ring. Sometimes he can be a little what's the word I'm looking for? He can be a little rusty, So you never know what you're gonna get really. But Bud, I see him pretty much staying with his right hook, controlling distance, and I think eventually Spence is gonna have to put that high guard up, and he's gonna have to cheat and make shit happen. And and once that starts going down, we'll see what's gonna happen. Because I know Bud's gonna have to get used to Spence loading up in every shot. Because he don't load up a lot, but Spence hits hard, man. He might be a little slow. He might have a little leaky defense sometimes. Sometimes he don't really bring the jab back all the way. He don't hold the phone, all that stuff. Yeah. But he hits hard, man. He hits really hard.
Real quick, man. It's like 120 people that's in here that ain't hit the like button, right? Smash the like button or go ahead and click off and go somewhere else. You feel it's as simple as that. If you can't hit the like button, you know what I'm saying, and it's free, you ain't got to be in here ear hustling and shit. It don't cost nothing to hit the like button. You in here. So, I mean, you might as well hit the like button. So smash the like button, y'all. Motherfuckers be just sitting around hating for no reason.
Facts.
Like that's just weird, But let me ask you something, John Norrie. Let me ask you something, John.
Shoot.
You said that Bud is gonna basically control the distance, right? So you think that he's gonna keep Errol Spence on the outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
What make you come up with that assessment? How you think that he's gonna keep Errol Spence on the outside?
I'll tell you why. Because they're both. I expect Bud to come out orthodox like he does every fight. He's gonna see, he's gonna see how fast that jab is coming. He's gonna see the foot speed. He's gonna see. He really wants to see how hard Errol punches every time. That's what he really wants to see. So once he feels that power and he understands, okay, what the angles he's using, he's gonna go southpaw, and then he's gonna start timing that jab with his right hook. So, Crawford's right hook is super underrated. That shit comes really fast.
What's
up?
So you believe that Bud Crawford can out southpaw a southpaw? Because that's what Bud Crawford is. He really is a southpaw. You know what I'm saying? We don't never see Bud Crawford fight more than 2 or 3 rounds in the orthodox, right? So he's a southpaw. Once like the second round come, at most the third round, he's switching to southpaw, and he's not switching back and forth. Like Jaron Ennis, he switches back and forth from southpaw to orthodox. But he starts the fight in orthodox, he gets touched up, and then he switches to southpaw. And that's what happens. And he switches to southpaw, and he fights southpaw for the rest of the fight. So you said that he was gonna control the distance. Well, my thing was that, right? If we was talking about Terence Crawford at 135 or Terence Crawford in his early days of 140 pounds, I might be like, yeah. But ever since his late run at 140, Terence Crawford changed his style. He started knocking guys out, and he don't move like that. So it's safe to say that after probably since I would say 2016, 2017 at most. So probably what are we saying, like 6-7 years? He hasn't fought in that style to where he's giving you angles and he moving and he using his feet and he's trying to outbox you. You know what, man? Hold on. Let me block this dude right here. You know, hold on, real quick. Okay, bet. So what I was saying, get back to what I was saying, right? He hasn't fought in that style in years and years. That's not his fighting style. His fighting style is more flat-footed because people call EJ flat-footed, but Bud don't move like that. I think he kind of got caught up into one, and once he started knocking dudes out at 47, he pretty much changed his whole style. You know what I'm talking about? So
yeah, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying, move with him and match him with the angles and walk him down and find him, because Bud is going to be right there. And another thing with Bud, once he gets hit with a hard shot, his game plan pretty much go out the window. He want to show you that he can dog it out with you. And that's one of the keys that's going to hurt Bud to me. So you got to let me know, right? At 147 pounds, because last time I really seen him outbox somebody and use angles and move and control the distance was the Victor Postal fight. That's the last fight that he really did. He did it some in the Jeff Horn fight because Jeff Horn was rugged and coming forward. But other than that, he ain't really did it since the Jeff Horn fight.
He did it a little bit in the Avanesian fight too. If you watch,
he did.
Fight, yeah,
a little bit. But what happened in the Avanesian fight when he got caught with a hard shot?
Yeah, and also
out the window.
I didn't see him brawl Avanesian. He stick to the game plan mostly.
No, once David, I've been sneezing. You talking about Avanesian?
You talking about Green Machine?
I thought you talking about Green Machine.
Yeah. No one really paid attention to Avanesian fight, but when I watched it, I did see him moving.
Yeah, he was going around the ring. Here's the thing, though. I'm not saying he's gonna be on his bicycle against Spence. I don't think he would do that. I think he's gonna take Spence's jab away. Once he takes his jab away, it's a whole different fight for Spence.
We talking about I've been sneezing a C- level fighter, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right.
I think that is a hard comparison to make because that dude was just coming in. He didn't have no game plan. He was coming in with a high guard and just trying to bomb rush Crawford. And
that's what EJ gonna have to do.
Crawford really had no choice but to use his footwork and angles because, and I think he was just pretty much playing with dude. He knew that dude wasn't on his level. But see, Spence doesn't come in like that. Spence don't just bomb rush you with a fucking high guard. Spence is throwing jab non-stop. He's jabbing to your body. He's jabbing to your head. He's throwing hooks to the body. He's throwing hooks to the head. So I think, for as far as what you're saying, I think that Terence Crawford is going to have to fight on the back foot and catch Errol Spence in between the punches.
Yep.
Coming in, especially when Spence, one thing that I saw vulnerable with Errol Spence, his last fight, right? when he comes in and he goes to the body, he tends to leave himself open, because that's why a lot of fighters don't like to go to the body, because like you said, John, they tend to leave themselves open for a hook. And
Yep.
so I feel you when you said that, you know. Yeah. But
Yeah, I mean, he got. Oh, go ahead.
as far as what you saying, I think that, you know, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I think that early on in the fight, like probably rounds, I would say, even though Crawford does start slow, right? I think rounds 1 through 6 is
Mm.
his chance to implement that, right? Once we get in them later rounds and the pace slows down, and then he can't really keep up with Errol Spence's work rate, because Errol Spence non-stop working. Shit. Reference. I just seen a interview with Frank Martin, and Frank Martin was like, man, this dude is a fucking animal. He was like, I can't keep up with him training. He's like, I can't. He was like, his
Mm.
work rate is just out of the fucking world. He was like, you know, I try to keep up with him, and I'm like, nah, man, you got it. I can't fuck with you. He was like, he just never stops punching. He never stops throwing. And when they train and like on the bag or the miss, he was like, I can't keep up with him. And Terence Crawford is gonna find that out. But go ahead, you know.
Hey,
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, man, I think Bud is a counter puncher. So Bud
Mhm.
likes to fight on the back foot anyway. He likes to draw his opponent in and then hit him with counter shots to the body and to the head. Uh, Bud is not a natural southpaw. He is not a left-hander. And how you can tell, how I always tell if somebody is a natural left-hander, is how I watch them eat something, especially if they got to use a utensil like a fork or a spoon. What hand do you pick that fork or that spoon up with and eat? And Earl eats with his left hand. Bud eats with his right hand. You know what I'm saying? So Bud, even though Bud's left hand is, you could say, almost as powerful as his right hand, it's still not a strong hand. He got power in it and knockout power in it, but it's still not as strong as hand. He got his
I
strongest hand
I I would
out front.
yeah I would have to I'm gonna have to disagree with that, OG, only because, you know, I feel
Disagree
like
with
the
what? Disagree with what?
with that like he's not naturally a southpaw, or that's like where he's most comfortable, only because when a person gets hurt, they go to what they know best and what's strongest for them. And if you watch in that Gamboa fight when Terrence Crawford got wobbled, he got wobbled orthodox, and when he got hurt, in the middle of him being hurt and wobbled and knees buckled, he instinctively changed into a southpaw.
That's true.
It was instinctive. It was like
But that don't
he
make
was
that
hurt and didn't know what was going on, but his body instinctively went back into southpaw.
that
And
don't
while he
mean
was
that his
backing up,
left hand is his strongest hand though.
Regardless, Spence
Got his
don't even
strongest
fight like
hand
a
out front.
traditional southpaw. Spence
Yeah,
fights like an
he got his
orthodox fighter.
strongest, quickest hand
well,
out front, which is the hand that he ended the fight with Kell Brook with, a
yeah,
straight right.
yeah. Well, let's just say this. You're probably right in that. Maybe what I'll say is that's where he's most comfortable, and maybe where it's most instinctual for him to be, is
That's
in there.
true.
And I think what he's going to do. I think what he's going to do initially with Earl Spence, because just go back and watch the film, because Terrence Crawford, he fight with a lot of ego. If you go back and watch the Felix Diaz fight, he came out as a southpaw because Felix Diaz was a southpaw. He's going to come out as a southpaw against Earl Spence to see if he can outbox him as a southpaw. Mark my words. He's going to come out as a southpaw to see if he can outbox Earl Spence as a southpaw, and he's most likely going to stay there because we know, because if he comes out as an orthodox fighter, he's going to get battered, because if you watch his defense against the jab against Kell Brook as an orthodox, he had no answer for it. He was not able to make no adjustment to it defensively as an orthodox fighter. He didn't parry it. He had no answer for it. His only answer was to go southpaw. That was his only answer defensively. So he's gonna come. He's gonna come. Trust me. He's gonna come out of the southpaw. Trust me. He know what time it is. He's gonna come out the strongest way possible. It's too much on the line for him.
Let me switch it up right here. right? I'm gonna go somewhere else with this in a whole different direction. Is Errol Spence as strong as he was when he had Blu-ray?
Nope.
Right? Is he gonna be as strong as he was in the Lamont Peterson Kell Brook fight? Because to me, right, he gonna need that type of strength. You know what I'm saying? Is he still as strong as he was when he was training with Blu-ray in those fights?
I think
That's the
that
question.
I think that he's close to as strong like the last fight. But and I spoke to Blu-ray about this after the fight too. The difference is he's not as fast. He's much bigger and he's not as fast. He's not as agile. See, his last fight he was strong, but he was a lot bigger, and to me he was slower. Well, if you go watch the fights with Blu-ray, he threw his to me he seemed a lot more agile from how he threw punches to where his fight with Ugas, his punches seemed to me to be a little slower. They were strong, but they seem to be a little bit slower. I mean, he broke another eye socket, so I don't think it's a strength thing. I think as long as he's doing strength and conditioning, he's good. But I think the difference is how he throws punches and how his body forms when he's doing his strength training.
Well,
It's
see, Kwame, I think it does. It's gonna come down to strength in some aspects of that fight because we got to think. You know what I'm saying? Bud is a strong motherfucker. Let's
yeah,
not like
yeah,
you know
no,
what
he
I'm saying.
is, he
Now,
is.
I'm not saying that Bud is strong like motherfucking Kell Brook was, but he might be. He's strong. You know what I'm saying? I seen that dude. I seen him in some goddamn boots and shit, some goddamn work boots. Um, dude, god damn, I seen him in some work boots when he deadlifted 405.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't shit in work boots. So Bud is strong.
yeah,
And what he usually does when you get on the inside, right? Because this is why how strong Errol Spence is gonna matter. Because when you get on the inside and you know that Errol Spence is gonna close that distance and he gonna be on the inside smothering Bud, getting his body shots off. What Bud likes to do is he usually like to grab you, and that's where he implemented strength on you. Like he'll grab you and try to turn you, you know, and do all of that. So is Errol Spence gonna be strong enough to break up out of them holds that Bud is when Bud grab him and continue to do his body work?
I
Uh,
believe so.
and I think it's going to really be implemented early on in the fight because later on in the fight, I don't think Bud is going to be as strong because once, you know, Errol
Yeah,
Spence continues to pressure him. But I think that's going to be something that we need to look at in the first half of the fight.
yeah, I believe so. And the reason I say that with the clinching part of it is because if we saw how Kell Brook basically manhandled Sean Porter for his win in that way, and when he tried to do it with Errol Spence, it did not work at all. And that's they practice for it too. They train for it.
That was
And
Blu-ray though. You see
huh?
that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Is he still that strong?
I think he is. I believe that he is that strong. I just think that he's a little slower. Yeah, I think he's a little slower. Like I said, it's kind of like you work out a lot, so you understand it. Like weight training versus calisthenic training. Like a lot of times, guys will be more bulky and bigger. It'll slow them down a little bit. Where the guys doing the calisthenics, they might be a little bit more agile, and that's the only difference I really saw. Because I mean, if you break your eye sockets, I can't say that you're not as strong as you was when you broke somebody else's eye
Yeah.
socket.
Now, when I said strong, I wasn't talking about like punching strength because that's a
Okay,
whole different thing in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
I mean, look at Tim Bradley. The motherfucker looked like somebody gave him muscles and he
right.
couldn't push his way through a fucking wet paper bag. So I'm not talking about how hard he can punch. I'm just talking
Mhm.
about physical strength when it comes
Oh,
to
I see, I see, I
grappling.
see, I see.
Yeah,
Hey,
grappling
Yo,
and all of that on the inside and things like that. Now, as far as you saying that he's slower, do you think that could have been, because of ring rust or
I hope. I mean, I hope so. Because his last fight, to me, he came in. He looked. He looked bigger. That was the main thing. It was like he looked.
oh
You don't think so?
Hell no, not than he did in the fights with like Lamont Peterson and Kell Brook. In those fights, to me, he was bigger in those fights.
I
Like he
think
was
Compared to the Danny Garcia fight and the Porter
right.
fight and
yeah,
the
yeah,
Mikey
yeah,
Garcia fight, he
Yeah.
hasn't looked like that in years.
Years, yeah.
but yeah, absolutely, he was bigger compared to those fights. But I'm talking about back, you know what I'm saying, when he was training with Blu-ray, when he was fighting Lamont Peterson and Kell Brook. Like back then, he was big as a motherfucker. Like the motherfucker back looked like somebody gave him muscles and said, "Here, have it." You know what I'm saying? Like he was built.
I think the difference. I think the difference to me is, when he was training with Blu-ray, it seemed like he got stronger as the fight
Yeah.
went on. Like in the later rounds, he was putting out more than he was in the earlier rounds, as far as punch output.
Yep.
I think that to me is the difference that I can see from then and now.
Yeah, I agree.
Another thing that I see also, ever since he came back from the accident, he does start taking breaks in the middle rounds recently. He took breaks in the Danny Garcia fight, and he took breaks in the Ugas fight.
Ugas fight.
Yeah, he took breaks.
Fight, he was
That defense got leaky. He took some breaks and he got caught. Now I'm gonna say this real quick. I gotta dip out.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is, Bud gotta get used to EJ throwing punches as hard as hell because he throw punches really hard. Once he gets used to that, he's gonna start framing EJ for hooks. He's gonna start going down to the body. He's gonna make EJ want to box. He's gonna take away all that walking through fire. Because that's what's going to take. EJ is going to have to walk through fire, put his high guard up, and take some clean shots to get a good body shot in on Bud. If he can do that for 12, he might have a chance, but I don't think he will. I think he's going to get knocked out in between 9 and 11. I'm going to holler at you, yo. Peace.
Peace out, bro.
I disagree 1,000%, but you know, hey man, like I said, that's everybody's opinion. That's why this is a great fight because everybody got different, ways that this fight is gonna break out. XO Factory, man, welcome to the panel. What you got on this?
Yo, shout out to you, ETB, man. I hit the like button on my way in, man. Good content.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man. I just want to say, man, I don't see Earl fighting this fight like he fight, every other fight. I see him working off the jab a lot because he know Bud is a hell of a counter puncher. So he's not just gonna, be going inside like that a lot. I think he's gonna be cautious, and because he knows that Bud, he draws you in. He likes to set traps, and his timing is what Bud is about. His timing is on point. So I don't see Earl fighting this fight like you would see him. I see him fighting this fight a lot different. I see him working off his jab a lot, in this fight. So I mean, that's just the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but that's the way I see it.
So you pretty much seeing it being a chess match early on in the fight.
Yes. Yeah.
Honestly, I think both of them got a whole lot of respect for each other. So I don't look for one of these fighters just go in there and say, fuck it, we just gonna fight.
Exactly. I'm the same way. I think they got so much respect for each other. So I think both of them it's gonna be a chess match.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see that clinching working. Like Spence ain't never let nobody like clinch him up. Like he gonna be if Bud do that, it could be bad for him. Because if you think about it, Spence one of them boxers like. Go ahead and lock him up. He gonna be go ahead and try to lock him up. You just gonna give him more room because he gonna be hitting something on you the whole time.
Well, yeah. I mean, but see, that's why when I asked the question, right, is he still physically as strong as he was when he fought Kell Brook and when he fought Lamont Peterson? Because we know that's what Bud likes to do. He like to clinch you when you get inside, and then he like to use his strength on you. Right, and we haven't. Hold on, real quick. We haven't seen Errol Spence in the ring with nobody physically as strong as Bud since he fought Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen like Bud is probably the most physical, strong fighter that we seen him in the ring since he fought Kell Brook. Now Sean Porter is strong, but Sean Porter he really don't do a lot of clinching. He fighting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Him and Sean Porter was fighting on the inside. Bud ain't gonna fight you on the
big though. Ugas big. Ugas big and strong.
Yeah, Yeah, Ugas is big and strong, but he don't do a lot of holding on the inside either. Ugas is
That's why
going.
you ain't get to see it because it was a different type of fight though. But like Bud is, I don't get what people say that he's that big. He's like he done picked up some weight and naturally came into the welterweight form, but he ain't gonna be big. I don't see him being bigger than Spence on fight night. Do you?
Man, Bud, I never said he was big. Bud is strong. He's strong
he's
than
not. Yeah, he's
motherfucker,
not.
and he got a
He's just
wrestling.
strong. Right.
Yeah, and he has a wrestling background. Them dudes is strong.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Them dudes know leverage. They know all of that shit when you got a wrestling background. So Bud is physically strong. We've never seen nobody be able to out muscle Bud in the ring. So, you know, and EJ is really physically strong. So I think that's going to be one of the key factors in this fight.
I don't think the clinching gonna work for Bud because EJ gonna he finds a way. Like you try to clinch him the whole time while the referee on his way, he tearing you up inside.
Hey, I hope they clarify that bet though for real before they do fight, because as a fan, that bet is only one way. Bud get $1 million if he happens to daze Spence, but Spence don't get nothing if he daze Bud. So far, that's what the bet is.
What happened?
You remember the face to face, and when they said, well, Spence said we can bet 100,000 on that, and Bud was like, let's bet $1 million.
They just talking.
The bet was, you never know. Because
I don't think they was talking. I think they was serious.
At least
that shit was too long ago. They not thinking about that shit no more.
Yeah, they ain't thinking about that shit no more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
give money,
I
though.
better come back up.
I mean, it might come back up for the hype the fight up. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. They gotta do a lot more than what they've done, talking wise, to get the fight to sell where we think it should be. You know, over 1 million sales. They're gonna have to both, you know, hype it up a little bit. It can't be none of that quiet shit going on. They really need to go at each other's throats.
Just look at how much publicity that Ryan versus Tank got off of that betting each other's purse. People was talking about that. It came up in the press conference. It came up during the fight that they was betting their purses, and people was asking about it. An extra bet on top, especially $1 million, it goes a long way as far as publicity. But Spence got to make sure that bet is fair both ways, though.
They probably end up bringing that back up, but I don't
I
think that's
think
a factor right now.
they'll be smart asses about it in the press conferences, but I don't think they're gonna carry the bet. You gotta think they about to get some money.
Yeah, they about to get that
They
goddamn
about to
8
at least
figures. That
probably
8 figures.
if this do go 2 fights, they both about to at least walk away with at least 25 mil.
Yeah, yes, sir.
But one point I want to
I don't know what the split is though. I really don't even give a fuck about none of that shit.
I guarantee you it ain't 50-50.
It's probably what 60-40.
60-40, I agree. One point I want to bring up.
Like
hey,
I
shout out
said
to you,
before,
ETB. I'm gonna fall off, man. I'm gonna be still be listening in to you, bro.
Appreciate you. But like I said before, when Steven, everybody was running around, well, man, Terence Crawford, he accepted 30%. He ain't getting no guarantee of 30%. When Steven Espinoza initially talked about it, he says Terence Crawford will be getting closer to 50-50 than anything. So he said it's going to be something close to 50-50. I don't know what it is. And like I said, me personally, I really don't give a fuck because ain't damn one of them niggas paying me out their purse. You know what I'm saying? They ain't damn one of them paying me no back end money. So I just want to see them fight.
Right. I just wanted to give a narrative on you had a guy on here, he was saying that Bud was gonna keep Spence on the outside. I just like to counter that, I would just want to say like I don't think people realize like Spence one of the greatest fighters that can walk you down the whole fight. He can close the ring off the whole fight. So like Bud gonna have to deal with that also. Even trying to stay on the outside, Spence gonna be trying to close that ring.
Yeah. Spence is going to close the distance. That's why I continue to say when Spence closed the distance, right? Is Bud gonna be able to grab him? You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the strength, who's physically stronger, gonna be able to play out. Is Spence gonna be able to break from them grabs and continue to punish Bud to the body? Is Bud going to be able to grab him? That's something I'm gonna be looking for, because we know Bud, he don't like to fight in the inside. He don't fight in it. He grab you.
Yeah.
Is Bud gonna be able to hurt Spence? That's another big question. I'm not sure. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not neither. I'm
Spence
not
done,
neither.
Spence done been hit by some of the best in boxing, and he seemed like he got a granite chin. So, you know, if when Bud can't knock him out, then what? That's my
Then,
thing. My
then
key,
what Bud gonna do when he feels Spence?
right? My keys to
Bud have
Spence.
been hit by some little guys.
My
I
key.
don't think that Bud is going to be able to take Spence's power late in the rounds. Like once Spence starts putting that work rate on him and the cumulative, because I don't see I see this fight either going to distance or Errol Spence stopping Bud late. You know, because like I said, I don't see Bud. Bud is the one that I'm looking for to see if Bud can take Spence's power. I know Spence got a hell of a chin on him. Y'all got to realize that, right? Because a lot of people talk about, oh man, Spence, look what happened when he got hit by Ugas. Exactly. Look what happened. He bounced off them ropes
Yeah.
and right back, right?
Yeah.
When the referee stopped it, he came right back on his front foot towards Ugas. So we know that he got a hell of a chin, because how many fighters do you know that could get hit by a professional boxer, right? Ugas could crack. I don't give a fuck if you a professional fighter and they know how to punch, they know where to punch you at. And if you look at how hard that EJ got punched, he was able to take that shot with no guard up, wide open. He got a motherfucking chin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, we've seen Crawford hurt, like my man said, by smaller guys, by lesser punchers. And so how is he going to be able to take Errol Spence's shot is what I'm looking at, especially in the later rounds.
I've tried to picture this fight, man, since even the last year negotiations, and like every time I stop and think about it, even giving Bud the ultimate respect, I just see like I see a stoppage with Bud on the ropes about 8th to 10th round.
Okay. DeQuan Houston, man, in that super chat, he says both fighters will get hurt, but I think it's going to be worse for Crawford. Spence does get hurt, but he's good at hiding it. Okay. And let me get to my man that just got in the building. Let me get your breakdown, and then I'm getting ready to shut the show down, man. My man, you on mute. And y'all smash the like button. Get the likes up for me. Smash the like button. You on mute, my mans. You got to take your mute off. Carl, you got to take your mute off.
My bad.
Okay.
Yo, what's good, everything?
What's happening with you?
I'm chilling. Yo, man, I just want to say this first and foremost. And I said it at least 6-7 months ago. When this fight get done, pay attention to a lot of Bud Crawford fans. They showing a lot of nervous energy, because ain't no sense to keep dissing Earl now. That's all they talking about right now. I'm happy. I can't wait for this fight to happen. But look, this how I see it. And I've been saying this since I've been following Earl before they even start saying. I think personally, this fight gonna be easier than. I think Earl gonna beat Bud more easier than people think. A lot of people forgetting that Earl could really box, and off the fact that he can box, with that pressure. Now you think about it. Nobody never made Earl go to another level. They seen one level because that's what he used to. That's what he used to beat everybody. And Earl said it. I think Frank Martin said it too. Like, if he don't gotta bring nothing out, he ain't gonna bring it out. And when I see him off that car accident, I think that was the nervous I was. That was the nervous I ever been when he came to fight Danny Garcia, because everybody knows Danny.
He looked too good in that Danny Garcia fight. Like, I watched that fight several times. He didn't look too good in that fight to me. I've always said that.
No, but that's the crazy part about it. Look, even with the fact when I be hearing dudes say about the drunk, like, that's why I don't even get mad. Like, the last time my heart was into boxing, like my heart was into it, like to a fighter, was Roy Jones. Like, word of mouth, I lost my shit when Roy Jones got knocked out by
Oh yeah, I don't even want, Roy Jones, my all-time favorite fight. I don't even like talking about that shit.
Right,
That shit still get me to this day.
But yeah, but I've been following Earl since then, and I've been saying it. To me, from what I've seen, even back then, I'm like, damn, this dude beating dudes with one style, and I can understand because you got every boxers out here. You got a lot of boxers out here, a lot of dudes that really don't. They not paying attention to him. The dude don't have to do nothing different to beat, and that's why he said, I feel like if I was 60%, I could beat Danny Garcia. He felt, I really feel like this fight gonna be easier than people think. And I ain't saying Bud no bum. I just think that Earl is that I think he really truly that big dude with all them fundamentals, and that could. It's not about just the walk down, because I think Earl could box with Earl. I mean, I think Earl could box with Terence Crawford too. A lot of people gonna say I'm going crazy because what? Because they said they seen Terence Crawford.
Well, he can. He's fundamentally sound all the way around. And let me say something about the statement that I made. Right, I didn't think that Errol Spence looked good in that Danny Garcia fight, but that's saying a lot, right? Because he came out in that Danny Garcia fight off of a car accident, right? And he didn't look nowhere near his best to me because he wasn't at his best, but he was still good enough to get the win. So Errol Spence has shown you on multiple occasions, no matter what, if he got to dog it out, he's still good enough, even if he ain't at his best. Look at the Sean Porter fight. He wasn't nowhere near his best at the Sean Porter fight. The man was doing all type of bullshit outside of the ring. He came in looking like a fucking skeleton. Like, he looked horrible in that weigh-in. He looked horrible in that fight, body-wise. You could tell he wasn't strong at all. And he was still good enough to win. So now he's on a whole nother level. And so, yeah.
And let's not forget this part. It ain't no secret to none of us that there was fat camps with Mikey and his so-called hardest fight that they said him and Sean Porter. I don't even like when people say that Sean Porter, that fight, the knockdown change. How can you take the knockdown away? Then it's 115, 113. Because both judges had it 116 to 111, right? So you take the knockdown away, Errol Spence still winning he's still winning. So I ain't never get that part when people say, if it wasn't for the knockdown, Earl would have lost. Okay, like I said, his toughest fight that they say, I think Kell Brook was his toughest fight because he was young. That was hostile environment, and he was just getting his feet wet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you on the Kell Brook because you gotta. I look at it from this standpoint. Then I'm gonna wrap it up because I gotta go. But I agree with you on that Kell Brook, not Sean Porter, because I look at it from the fact that in the Kell Brook fight, he was in tip-top condition. You know what I'm saying? He was in tip-top condition. He didn't have to have no fat camp. He was on, kicking on all cylinders, and he still had a tough fight with Kell Brook. With Sean Porter, it was a tough fight, but he was a shell of himself. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't that nigga with the shag in the Sean Porter fight. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a nigga with the shag, but he was still good enough to beat Sean Porter at Sean Porter's absolute best. It's two fights that we've seen Sean Porter at his absolute best, and that was against Thurman and against Errol Spence.
Word.
And so, but man, let me get your last words before I get up out of here, and then I'm gonna go to you, Big Joe, to get your last words.
Just mad respect, yo. Even if I don't catch you live, I just want to let you know I catch every video. I always smashing that like button. I've been around for a minute between you, for Nine, Money Brown, Blue Blood, Champ Side, and now KO. KO just jumped, but I'm always rocking with y'all, man. I'm like, even if I said, if I don't catch your live, I'm always smashing like button, always trying to show love. You know what I mean? But now that this fight yeah, man, I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna be around. Like I'm trying to catch everything. I just be working a lot too, but yeah.
Yes,
But I appreciate and definitely love the content that y'all put out too, man.
I appreciate you, Carl, man. I appreciate all the support, man. Appreciate you.
Word.
Big Dose, man. Let them know what you got going on your platform, Big Dose, and let me get your last words.
Hey, yeah. First of all, gotta say salute to my guy, Keon, man. Hey, bro, you a special talent, for real, bro, for real. I mean, anybody got me checking for their lives, bro, is a special talent, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Got a whole lot of people out here stealing content from me. That's why they come over here and don't smash the like button, because they just want to come steal. But other than that, I just wonder who gonna be on this undercard. I know Frank Martin gonna be on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? But who is he gonna fight? I think him as Zepeda would be great, but Zepeda with top rank, so I don't really know if that's gonna happen with this being pay-per-view, and then them inserting top rank into it somehow. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just happy this fight is here, man, and I can't wait to chop it up some more, man, in the coming weeks and months until it happens, man. And I got Spence up for destruction over Bud.
I appreciate you, Big Dose, man. I appreciate, man, all the support, man. And as far as the undercard, and I don't think we're gonna get a real good undercard. We already got Isaac Cruz. He is the co-main event. Isaac Cruz will be fighting. I forgot the dude's name, but I'm not familiar with the. He fighting a Mexican fighter. I'm not familiar with the fighter that he fighting. I never heard of him, but like I said, I don't think we're gonna get no big undercard for this. It ain't gonna be nothing like Caleb Plant and David Benavidez for sure. Carl Brown says Frank Martin gonna have his own card 2 weeks before the fight. Yeah, I heard that also. So I don't think Frank Martin is gonna be on this card either. So we'll see. But at this point, I don't really think you got to understand people not paying to see the undercard at a fight like this. With a fight of this magnitude, people not looking and saying, well, man, I got to wait to see the undercard if I'm going to buy the pay-per-view or if I'm going to pay for tickets. Like when the fight got announced, ain't nobody thought about an undercard. Even you, Big Dose, you wasn't thinking like, oh, man, what's that's the last thing you thinking about, So I also think that, the powers that be that's putting this on, they understand that. That's why with a lot of Errol Spence fights, they give us a shitty undercard, because they know that what we paying to see. So it is what it is, it is what it is.
Right,
but man,
bro, you're right. You're absolutely right, bro.
Yeah, and you got to think that they paying Errol Spence and Terence Crawford so much. That's probably why they got a Pitbull Cruz on the undercard as the co-main event, because they ain't got to pay him a lot of money. Whoever else they got on the undercard, they couldn't put Boots on there because Boots is going to take away from their pay. You see, you dig what I'm saying? So whoever else they put on the undercard, don't look for it to be no big names. Just look for it to be, okay names that they don't get paid a lot. They don't have to pay them a lot. That's just how it works now. But man, once again,
salute and peace, bro.
I appreciate you, Big Dose, man. Everybody go sub to Big Dose. Everybody smash the like button. That's in the building. We will be back. Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to do another live stream, but I got a whole lot of content that I'm going to be dropping. So check out the content, and I appreciate all the support. Appreciate everybody in the building. And y'all already know how to do. Y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all.